Good morning and welcome to the 445 Productive Through Joy show with your host and your boy, Dr. Michael Datcher. This show is aimed at entrepreneurs, those who have their own business, those who like to own their own business, and those who simply want to live in abundance like a boss. Today, we are talking about a really important topic, meditation and productivity. What is the tie between meditation and productivity? If you're new to the show airs each weekday morning, hella early at 4:45 a.m. And goes to 5 a.m. here on YouTube's Michael Datcher channel, and then 4:45 p.m. and goes into 5 p.m. on Facebook Live. As you may also be able to discern from the show's title, we're also interested in the idea of using joy itself as a technology to move us towards our goals and objectives. We encourage everyone on the show to also to start their own business, that they may have a more full opportunity to live in abundance like a boss. All right, let me also say a few words about myself in case you are new to the show. This is your host and your boy, Dr. Michael Datcher. I'm the author of the New York Times bestseller, Raising Fences, which was a Today Show Book of the Month pick. That book's film rights were optioned by the actor Will Smith, whose people called my people. And I eventually agreed to write the screenplay for that particular project. I'm also the author of the acclaimed historical novel, America's, which is set 13 miles from Ferguson, where Michael Brown was murdered, and of course the conflagration that ensued initially there. I'm also the author, the founding editor of the International Journal of Literary Nonfiction called The Truth About the Fact. I'm the former executive director of the World Stage, a literary and jazz venue here in California. My educational background is UC Berkeley as an undergraduate, my master's from UCLA, and my PhD in English literature from the University of California at Riverside. I am currently a professor of English Lit at LMU here in Los Angeles. I'm an expert at being productive, right? I don't say that to brag, but to say that people are oftentimes surprised at my level of productivity given how crazy my own personal narrative is. I'm the product of a young girl who was raped at 16, gave birth to me at 17, then subsequently gave me up for adoption to a single divorcee who was amazing, yet at the time no biological father, no adopted father. Listen, difficult times for the young MD, yet, as Cool Modi famously said, how you like me now, right? And if I can be this productive through joy, so can many of us who are also folks who are coming through difficulty, coming from a space of challenge as well. In fact, that really in many ways inspires our business and our show. At times, people like us who come from hardship, we have a built-in excuse for why we cannot ball, all right? Why we cannot have grand levels of success. And we're here to say that despite our challenging backgrounds, we still can ball until we fall, all right? So again, today we're talking about meditation and productivity in our personal and professional lives. Again, if you're enjoying the show, please go to productivethroughjoy.com. We offer live one-on-one Productive Through Joy consulting. We also have really, really powerful group presentations. I come out, speak to universities, colleges, schools, and organizations, and especially the youth, which is one of our favorite, our main focuses, because we know the youth is the future. We like to really deal with the young folks in particular. So you can go to productivethroughjoy.com, see about us. Again, we offer live one-on-one Productive Through Joy consulting, and also we, of course, speak to groups, organizations, and schools. If you're enjoying the show as of already, please swipe left or right across your device to invite people to join the conversation, or simply share this video on your social media networks. Or just go to YouTube's Michael Datcher channel and get all these videos and become a subscriber, all right? So, again, let's dive into the topic. Again, we're talking today about meditation and productivity, which I'll get into in a second. We'd like to also in the morning show talk about the import of framing your day before your day has a chance to frame you. At times, as we know, we'll wake up with trouble on our mind, and that'll follow us throughout our day, afternoon, evening, and we'll go to bed once again with trouble on our mind and wake up once again with trouble on our mind. And that particular process of being troubled is also oftentimes tethered to stress, because stress is a chemical related process. When the body is feeling stressed, the body is is shooting chemicals into the bloodstream, which can be really debilitating to the heart and other aspects of your health. So you want to definitely find creative ways to deal with your stress in your life. So one thing that we do with in our consulting and also in speaking to groups is we talk about the import of a ritual as a way to handle stress. Ritual in this context can be defined as essentially doing the same thing at around the same time. So let me just give you a brief example of my morning ritual to serve as an exemplar. So in the mornings I wake up at 3:45 in the morning, which is hella early, including this morning. I read a couple of spiritual or business books. I do our show at 4:45. Then I work on my current novel until basically sunrise. Then at sunrise, I walk to the beach. I live here along the coast in Venice Beach, California. I just walk out, I bring my drum, meditate, pray, do yoga. It's really super powerful time early in the morning, just me and the dolphins and the seagulls. And then I come back and work on my book for a while longer. Then I go back to the beach to run up the coast all the way past Santa Monica's Pier, all the way back here to Venice to go to my Gold's Gym. So by 9:30, guys, I'm feeling amazing. My body is being flooded with endorphins, and I leverage that endorphin release to move me towards my goals and objectives. Now, we're not saying do what I do, but we are saying do something every morning when you first get up, because you know life's going to happen to you, and happen with you, and happen for you. And it's best to be prepared by engaging in some type of a ritualized practice, right? So again, I'm reading these two books now as part of my morning reading. I'm reading, where are they at? Bam, I'm reading, I'll show you this version of it. The Nag Hammadi Reader, which is a kind of a compilation of ancient scriptures, which is really interesting, like from the Gnostic tradition, really powerful. I'm also reading the same book, reading Jen Sincero's You Are a Badass at Making Money, which is kind of a wealth mindset book, which is a book about really having a healthy mindset about wealth, because many of us come from a space where we think that money or wealth is a bad thing, or if you're wealthy, that you are a bad person, which is of course ludicrous. Wealth just gives you options to help your family, friends, and relations, your community. Too often, folks who are progressive are outspent by those who are not progressive. So we try to be practical in our spiritual approaches to everything. So, you know, we can't be always outspent. The folks who want to see the world be more kind, generous, equitable, too often are outspent by those who are the opposite of that paradigm. Anyway, so I'm reading these two great books, and from them I extract some wisdom, which I call the morning chant. Today's morning chant is, as a meditating natural mystic, my desire for oneness with God is seen in my desire for meditation. Again, as a meditating natural mystic, my desire for oneness with God is seen in my desire for meditation. And so I think about that throughout the day. I contemplate that idea, and I also create the morning show based upon that. So today we're talking about meditation and productivity. All right, so let's dive into the topic. And so point one is you want to create a meditating practice, right? You want to create a meditating practice. What does that mean? You want to learn about meditation, right? There's a lot of people have heard about the word meditation. It's coming to the popular vernacular, but don't always do enough due diligence or their due diligence to figure out what it is and how it can best help them. My advice is just start small, broadly. Do two things. One is go on YouTube, and if you have a couple hours one day or over a period of days, and just browse the various types of meditation. There's all kind of videos and whatnots, just to kind of whet your appetite. Then I encourage you to read books. Books still matter, right? So like my system there are many types of meditation. My system is an ancient Egyptian who they call Egypt Kemet. So the folks from Kemet, which means land of the blacks, their version is what I use. Right? There's a bunch of books that survive that time that are guideposts to show you how they meditated. So that's what I use. But there's many other ways to meditate as well. So you want to do some research, because the more you know about how it works, the better it works, which goes into point two. As you begin to learn and begin to develop an actual practice, you want to actually practice. You want to actually do the meditation. That's the thing. It has to be a lifestyle. That's the power. Because meditation is simple, but it's not easy, right? it's simple in that the power of it is predicated in my system, for example, that in the beginning there was just God, and from that one thing, that God energy subdivided itself, made manifest everything else. But God energy can't be created or destroyed; it just changes form. And so all that is there, all that was there then, is also here now in different forms, including inside of us, including inside of me. So meditation for the ancient Egyptians was about knowing thyself, was to know thyself. What you may have heard that phrase before, which is oftentimes falsely accredited to I think to Aristotle gets the credit for that, if I recall. One of the two, or Socrates, one of the two. That's just falsehood. That is an ancient Egyptian idea, to know thyself, and that was their idea, their way of talking about knowing that God is inside of yourself. And so through meditation, they believe that you could best know about God by going inside of yourself through meditation. So I'm just saying, once you have the knowledge of how it works better. Then you'll practice it, which you have to do in a way that's a lifestyle. We encourage people to do when you first wake up in the morning, but also at different little small points throughout the day, which goes into point 3. As you are able to practice meditation and make that an actual lifestyle, guys, it will change your life and make you so much more productive, because you're tapping into the primordial power, the thing that was here before you, the thing itself. And that begins to be a way in which you begin to negotiate the world. And the impact is so dramatic that you'll be calling me or reaching out to me saying, thank you. All those are not even me. I'm just a conduit to the information. It was here long before me, of course. But it has the power to transform your life. And so we have such a great affection for it and passion for it, because there's power in it to know the self. And it also can create a heightened level of joy. All right? So boom, goes the dynamite. That's all for the show. We air each weekday morning, hella early at 4:45 a.m. Here on YouTube's Michael Datcher channel, then 4:45 p.m. on Facebook Live. Please become a subscriber on the YouTube Michael Datcher YouTube channel and get access to all the videos. Definitely, if you've enjoyed the show, share this on social media. Definitely go to productivethroughjoy.com. Reach out to us, have us come out to speak to your group, college, or school about being productive through joy. We have a great passion for young people. I think that's it. Thanks for being here. We air each weekday morning, hella early at 4:45 a.m. here on Michael Datcher's YouTube channel live, and then 4:45 p.m. on Facebook Live. So until this afternoon, we'll see you then. Let's talk about it and be about it. Deuces.